promised we would talk about homelessness because that's absolutely an issue here. And we're in Pierce County right now, but we're not in District 6. We are in downtown Tacoma by the rescue mission, where I do volunteer here, but because this is the homeless shelter, you typically find encampments, oh boy, around here. So you do see a lot of homeless people, you can see, and you can see a bit of a tent encampment right there, and then under bridges here on both sides, kind of large over there. Here's another large one right here. I don't know how many tents are there, maybe 15. Teenager right there, that's no good. But anyway, very large camp right there. And it makes sense that it's right there. But the reason that I wanted to bring you here instead of District 6 is because in District 6 there's been some dispersal. So usually you get these large camps under overpasses and other areas like that where they're protected from the elements, and within District 6 there's not many of those. So there were some encampments, and I'll show you where, but they were dispersed, and then people took matters into their own hands and put a bunch of large rocks and kind of sharp rocks and spread them out so people couldn't camp there anymore. But anyway, as far as homelessness goes, here's my stance. When you are, and I've talked to some homeless people, and more importantly, I've talked to people that volunteer with the homeless that go into the camps, work I might never be. Well, I've talked to people that have gone into the camps, work that I don't know if I would be capable of doing. So I definitely commend those people. But here's my stance. When you are homeless, you are adrift in a sea of uncertainty, in a sea of doubt. You live in fear. And when you are kind of adrift, what you need is an anchor. And that anchor is housing. Here's some more, looks like it. What you need is housing as an anchor. And that's why I am a big believer in the housing first model. And what that means is you put someone into a home, no questions asked. Because if you take a person that is homeless and you put them into a home, they are by definition no longer homeless. It's a very simple equation. So in countries like Finland, they virtually eradicated homelessness. And so what they do is what's called zero barrier. You take someone who's homeless and you put them into a home, either in a purpose-built tiny home village, or renovated motels, whatever the case may be. As long as they have a roof, a door they can lock, and a hard floor beneath their feet, and even the plumbing can be like group bathrooms or something like that. That's all they need, and then from there you begin building. No requirements for you have to get off drugs first, or you have to do this, or you have to do that. No requirements whatsoever, no barriers whatsoever. Get them into a house, then begin all the treatment and everything else. And this kind of ties into affordable housing as well.